Good morning. Welcome to a little easy Qigong and Tai Chi practice. So we're going to start just in some open space wherever you are. One of the great things about Qigong and Tai Chi is that you don't need any props. You don't have to even get down on the floor. This is all just some easy standing movements connected with your breath, with the goal of creating a little more peace and harmony throughout your whole being. So it's one of these mind-body practices where we are targeting, enjoying, and participating in the present moment. So engaging our physical bodies, noticing our physical bodies as we move, and realizing that there are different qualities of movement as we go. So sometimes if we are busy and very task-oriented and living in our heads more than our bodies, the quality of our movement suffers, and we build up tension and tightness and move in uncoordinated and awkward ways. So one of the great joys of practicing Qigong and Tai Chi is that it sends us back to that natural quality of movement that we had as children. If you watch children move and play, they are very graceful. They're very coordinated. They have this curiosity towards movement to find the most natural and dynamic ways of moving as possible. And we were all there at one point. So we want to go back to that quality of moving as we had as children. And sometimes that's a slow process, but we just work at it. Yeah, we've all developed our own set of patterns of movement as we deal with injuries, as we deal with stress in our lives, whether it's mental stress or physical or emotional stress. Our bodies react in the same way to all of them. They tend to tighten up and tense up. So here's our opportunity to, on purpose, relax our physical bodies as we move. So I love to start with this little weight shift side to side. Our feet are either hip width apart or a little bit wider if that's comfortable for you. So I have a nice wide stance here. And as I shift my weight side to side, the opposite heel just naturally floats up off the floor. If your feet are not this wide, it's totally fine. And your heels may stay engaged with the floor. But what we're going for, again, is that quality of movement that feels good, that's relaxed, where our bodies respond by kind of a sinking down and a melting. So let's start right here. Noticing the floor under your feet, even noticing the quality of the surface that you're on. So I'm on some soft carpet, some soft rug material, and I'm just feeling that material as I shift from one foot to the other. So whatever surface you're on, notice that quality. Is it firm or soft? Is it shifting under your feet, or is it solid? And let's start to breathe a little more deeply as we shift. Good. We're going to go into a little bit of rotation while we're here. We're already into this weight shift. We're just going to send it a little further and let the center of the body rotate from side to side as we shift that weight. And this rotation can be as small or as big as you're comfortable with. I'm going to start out small and then get a little bit of momentum going with a little arm swing Not because I'm really forcing it, just because the middle of my body is propelling my arms around in a circle. Great feeling for the shoulders to get really loose, and the weight of your arms swinging around, just opening that shoulder joint a little bit without any effort at all. And those arms can just bounce right off your body and start the opposite direction. Easy breath as you go. Whenever you're ready, we're just going to slow down that swing a bit and let the center of the body come back towards the front. Just notice your arms as they come to a rest, and let's bring that weight shift into a center place, turning the toes forward. Relax the body. Let's take some deep breaths here and just notice how you feel. Let's start to respond with a little bit of a lift with the inhale and a little sinking down with the exhale. So I'm putting a little softening into the knees and the hips and the ankles. Breathe in and then float down a little bit. And again, breathe in and breathe out. We can respond with the shoulders here, a little shrug up. Send them back, and then everything sinks down. And again, breathe in, roll them back, and sink down. One more time like that. Breathe in, roll, and sink. Good. Let's get a little more arm movement. Cross the arms, float them up, open them out to the side, and sink down. And again, breathe in, up and open. And a big exhale, release all the way down. Should feel like a nice stretch in the morning. Open. And exhale. Let's go one more time here. Cross and lift and open. And big exhale, relax. Let's go the other way. So let's send the arms out, lift the body up. And then on the exhale, notice the palms as they gently sweep down the front of the body and sink. And again, lift up and rest as you relax down and sink. 2 more times. Breathe in and exhale, relax. One more time. Breathe in and exhale, relax down. Right back to that little weight shift side to side. Feeling the floor under the feet again, we're gonna go into some footwork where we're shifting our weight side to side, and we're gonna support ourselves through one leg at a time. So as we shift onto that left foot, the right toes advance forward and just rest on the floor. You're totally supporting yourself through that left leg. And then bring the right foot in. Same thing on the other side. Relax the toes forward. Good. Let's connect the breath. Breathe in. And exhale, sink. And breathe in. And exhale. You can leave the arms where they are. I'm going to go ahead and float them into a meditation tree pose. So the palms are facing my belly. Hardly any effort. They're just floating in the air, moving side to side with my body. And breathe in to step. Exhale, sink. Easy at the shoulders and the neck here. Breathe in. And out. And breathe in. One more time each side. Step on the right and place the left. And step on the left and place. Let's come back into that center place. Relax the arms down and let's give the arms a little shake. Really loose. See how much you can really shake it out. And then relax the arms right down by your sides. Good. All right, let's do some circles here, starting from the hips. You can place your hands on your hips if you like, or you can drop your arms right down. We're gonna do that hula hoop action, just floating the hips around to the left. Doesn't have to be a great big movement. Again, we're going for that quality that's relaxed and feels good. Just the most natural circle you've ever had. Breathe in to start. And exhale to finish. Breathe in. And out. Breathe in. And out. So shoulders are just responding to that circle. The shoulders will automatically kind of float in the opposite direction to balance yourself out. Good, let's come back to center. Pause a moment, relax the lower back. Sink down in the hips, soften the knees and the ankles. And then let's start that circle the opposite direction, floating the hips around to the right. And let the body just respond to what's happening. This is the initiator of all of our movement, right here at the core, the middle of your body. See what happens at your shoulders, and then see what happens below the hips at your knees and your ankles. If your knees and your ankles are soft and relaxed, then they're movable and they can respond to the circling of your hips in a much more natural way. One more circle to the right. And then make your way towards center. Find that center place. Take a deep breath. And relax. Nice. All right, let's go into a little more footwork. Let's do some shifting towards one side and then shifting back towards the front. So we're getting some rotation of the body, and we're doing a little bit of pivoting on a heel to respond to that rotation open. So as I rotate open to the right, those right toes just float up and open with the body. As I rotate left, those left toes open up and I shift my weight forward, shift back and roll the body to the front. So once you get a hang of this, this becomes something really relaxing and meditative. The whole body is coordinated and moving together. You can leave the arms right where they are, or you can play with a little parting of the horse's mane. So as we shift front, that same side hand opens and then rolls back to embrace the moon as you come forward. Same thing to the other side, parting the horse's mane, shift and open. Shift back, embrace the moon. And part and roll back. And part. And exhale, come center. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, rotate front. So as I shift forward, notice that back heel just naturally comes up. And then your body can continue in the direction it's going a little easier around the hips and the back. One more time each side. Breathe in and out. And breathe in and out. Nice. All right, let's come into center. Float the arms out to the front. Draw the elbows in towards the center and then relax and float down. So let's open the door a few times. Responding to the breath, breathe in. Draw it in and relax down. And breathe in, float up. And exhale, sink down. And breathe in. And out. One more time like this. Breathe in. And breathe out. Nice. Right back to that weight shift side to side. Take a listen to your body and notice, are there parts or is there a part that got a little bit tight or tense so far with what we've been doing? So returning to this nice easy weight shift, listening to the body, get to know your patterns, get to know where are those places in your body that respond to movement by tensing up. And once you have that knowledge, once you have that awareness, you can help yourself. Good. All right, let's go through the movement from the short form called grasping the bird's tail. It has 4 parts to it, so there's lots to think about. There's lots to get involved with. Each of the 4 parts has its own name within the movement, so we'll just practice kind of the flow of the movements as they go. We've already entered into that rotating the body one way and then letting it come back the other way. This is that yin-yang kind of quality of Tai Chi and of life. You go one way and then you go the other. Yeah, there's this back and forth flow, like the waves in the ocean, the clouds in the air. One direction actually leads you into the next direction. You'll see this really clearly in what we're about to do. So we're going to start the movement from this little T-step position. You can think of this as you weight shift. You remember how that empty step took us to supporting ourselves through one leg, and we were free to move that unweighted side. The same thing with the T-step. So as you shift your weight onto your left foot, that right foot is free to step together and then to move out. Okay, so we're going to be doing a bow step off to that right direction with that free foot. So we're doing a bow step and we're shifting the weight forward, rotating those back toes just a little bit to make everything flow more comfortably. All right, here's our first direction. Then we're going to shift the weight back and open the body a little to the front. Your feet stay planted. And then we're going to shift the weight back towards that front foot. Release the body back, the front toes float up, and then one more shift towards that front foot. Let's do the same thing, just the footwork on the second side. All right? So the second side, you're shifting your weight onto that right foot. You're freeing up that left foot. It's ready to go. Bow step off to the left. Shift your weight forward. If you want to turn those back toes a little forward, it might be comfortable. And then shift your weight back, opening the body a little bit as you go. And then shift the weight forward. One more shift back. This time the front toes float up. And then you shift your weight back again. Rotating back to the front. You see how with that rotation front, those toes just float in the air to make it more comfortable. All right? So that's the footwork. Let's go through the arms now, and then we'll put them all together. All right, going to the right. We're going to start by embracing the moon. The left hand is on top of that nice round moon, and the right hand is on the bottom. As you roll open to that right, that bottom arm floats up right in front of the chest. The left arm drops down towards your side. And then you're going to sweep that lower arm up underneath. You're grasping the bird's tail here, and then you're going to roll it back as the body opens. The arms are really just following the movement of the body. And then you're going to come back to this right side. That left hand floats up and around until your wrists meet. Everything presses a little forward. Roll it back, draw the arms in and release them down. And here's a little breath up and then a little push forward. The interesting thing, and that's it, and we'll do it to the other side. The interesting thing about moving your arms through space in Tai Chi, you're not just sending your arms in different directions, kind of independently of your body. Your arms are responding to what your body's doing. Yeah, so it's just like an afterthought to what's happening as you shift your weight side to side or front and back. Those arms are just following that movement that's coming from your center. Yeah? And then the cool thing is you can notice kind of the feeling of your arms floating through space like that. So as they're carried, you notice those arms floating through the air, and it's almost like the air becomes thicker as you're moving through space, and it becomes really fun to participate in what's happening all through your body. Yeah? Okay. Here we go. Let's do the second side of the arms before we put the arms and the legs together. So second side, shift onto your right foot. Let's embrace the moon. This time the right hand is on top. Think of that lower arm now is going to be the lead arm in this direction. So as you open to the left, that arm floats towards the heart. The right arm drops down. And now as you roll, that bottom hand floats up, grasp the bird's tail, and release. The arms float down and away. Keep floating that right arm up. And the wrists are going to make a little connection here. Everything presses forward. And then as your body draws back, your arms draw back and sink. And as your body lifts up and forward, your arms lift up and forward, push. All right? Let's do the arms and the legs together. You don't have to look like me, right? So make this fit your body. Relax and flow. Yeah? Here we go. Let's go into T-step with the right foot. Left hand on top of the moon. And let's roll it open. This is called ward off. And roll it back. And here we have a press. And here we have a little lift and push. And turn it towards the front. Step on the right leg. Embrace your moon T-step. Here we go to the other side. Ward off. Sweep up and roll it back. And the whole thing presses a little forward. Shift it back, drop. A breath up. And exhale, push. Open to the front. Step on the left foot, embrace the moon. Let's go again. Here we go. Both step off to the right. Ward off. Sweep up and grasp for the bird's tail and roll it back. And turn back and shift and press. Roll back, drop, a little lift, and a little push. Spin it towards the front. Step on the right leg, embrace the moon. Free up that left leg and bow step forward off. Grasp the bird's tail and roll it back. And circle and press. Roll it back, drop, lift, and a little push. Roll it open to the front, and step, and relax. Good. All right, let's come into center, shake the arms out. Even if it's, if all of the placement of the arms, if this is all new to you and it seems overwhelming, like I don't know where to put stuff, just move the center of your body back and forth. Just get this movement going and relax back. And take a deep breath in and relax your body back. And just play with it that way. Forget the arms for now. Yeah, just rolling the body naturally, getting that quality of movement where moving feels good. And it's like a massage when you move that way. Yeah? You should leave your Tai Chi practice feeling younger and more balanced and relaxed. Yeah, so don't let the arms and putting things in just the right places, don't turn it into a head game, because then you won't have any fun and it won't be playing anymore. Okay? We're here to play. All right, let's do some stretching and some wind down. Let's do one of my favorite Qigong exercises. This is little spine stretch. So I'm going to actually turn diagonally. I think you can maybe just see where I'm going a little better. We're going into a stretch of the spine, a little open, and then a stretch of the spine rounding forward. So this is the general direction we're going. It's like cat-cow in yoga. Yeah? So we're opening the whole front of the body, and then we're opening the whole back of the body. How far you drop forward and hang is totally up to you. Don't put yourself in something that's uncomfortable. So maybe start out small, and then you can always go bigger. Yeah? All right, so we're going to breathe and float the palms up the front of the body, and then open from the shoulders, any amount, arch. And then the palms are going to pass right down the front. Follow the gaze down and forward. My head is really heavy and dropping. And then from the belly, bend the knees and roll up one little piece at a time. Take a deep breath in, lift up. Exhale, open. And release the palms down. Follow with the eyes. Drop the chin, hang the arms, and roll the body forward and relax. Bend the knees and roll up through the body. Let's go one more time. Draw the palms. Exhale, open. And release down the front. Drop the head. Roll the shoulders forward and hang. Bend the knees and roll up through the spine. Nice and soft. Coming up to center. Find your center point here. Good. Let's do some tapping. We're going to use the palms of our hands like a little tapping massage. Lots of benefits to this. You can use as firm of a pat as you like. The goal here is we are improving circulation, blood, and energy. We are improving our feeling throughout our body. It's like waking something up, yeah? And then we're improving just the connection that we have with all the parts of ourselves, especially the further away from the center of our bodies that we go. Hands and fingers, toes and feet, okay? So we're gonna start that tapping at the back of the hips and traveling down the back of the legs,
around the front of the ankles and then coming up the inside front of the legs, right around the top of the hips.
And then we go back and down again. Same thing, tapping down
and tapping up. Good, this last time, let's go right down the sides of the legs. Tap. And come up the inside of the legs.
And then moving to the upper extremities. So opening, relaxing that right arm, tapping the front of the shoulder, down the inside of that arm, the palm, the back of the palm, and the arms, maybe a little bit at the neck, and down again. Keep that arm really loose and relaxed as you go. And notice all those sensations with your tapping. And coming, opening the left arm, relax to start with. Tapping the inside of that left shoulder, down the arm, the palm, and then tapping up the outside of the arm and the shoulder and the neck. Circling down again. And up. And one more time, tap down. And up. This time taking your fingers to the back of your skull, the lower part of your skull. We're gonna tap right up the center of the head and then around the sides of the head and back to the base. And again, tapping right up the center of the head. Again, you can tap as firmly or as lightly as you need to. It shouldn't hurt, it should feel good. It's like a massage. Tapping up the center to the front and around and back to the base. Good, gently relax the arms. Let them float down by your sides all the way and then feel the weight of your arms hang. Maybe give them a little shake out. Make them nice and heavy and drop. Feel the floor under the feet. Deep breaths in and out. You can close your eyes if you like, if you feel safe. Sink down into the hips. Soften the knees and the ankles. On the next inhale, let's float the arms with the breath a little away from the body. The palms draw in towards the chest and then sink down in front of the core. And again, breathe. And release. 2 more times. Breathe in. And out. 1 more time, breathe in and out. Let those arms completely relax again, really hang. Slowly shift the weight onto one foot, unweight the other. And draw the unweighted foot in together. And there you have it. There's our playing Qigong and Tai Chi. I hope you feel good and you feel like, hey, I used to move like this at one point, and you can again. So keep playing with it. Move like this as you go through your day. So if you notice, how's my body doing as I'm cooking in the kitchen later? Well, let's relax. Let's go into that weight shift. Sink down a little in my hips and my knees, relax my shoulders and my arms. Now, how can I stay just this loose and feel just this good as I'm preparing? Don't take any tension in your arms. Learn how to move and how to work in front of your body without doing this. See how tightly you're holding things. Yeah, this is one of my key things. When I notice that I have a death grip on the knife, there's my problem. Yeah, so loosen your grip on everything as you go. See how easy and gentle you can move and get your tasks done. And then you've conserved energy, you feel better. Everything is better. All right, thanks for joining. I'll be back here next week and we'll do some more playing together. Have a super duper day, guys. Peace. Bye.